Hi everyone, the Global Woman here. So welcome to my YouTube channel. Like they say, I'm still trying to get a hang of this YouTube thing. So actually I never planned to have this particular vlog to be like the first official vlog on my YouTube channel, because I had planned, or I am planning a lot of wedding, marriage tips and lessons and all of that to be used here. But you know, the essence of this my YouTube channel actually is for anything and everything. So talking about marriage, love, life, relationship, purpose, business, food, recipes, etc. So I tagged it the life of the global woman, because I'm going to be gisting you the things my eyes have seen or are seeing. They are not seeing, but you should hear about. So yes, so welcome to my YouTube channel. I didn't plan to do this, as I said earlier, but I had an experience in the market today, and I thought that, you know, it's best to bring it on here, because I shared part of it on my WhatsApp status and people were like, you know what, you should actually publish this. You know, I tried to like type these things out, but I just felt like explaining with a video is going to really help us. But I don't want this thing to be too long, so I'm trying to look at the time. So yeah, so basically for those that are not on my WhatsApp status, for new people here and everything, I went to the market today. This is New Year's Eve, 31st of December 2021. So I went to a meat market. So they call it Ojaero. For context, I live in Ado Ekiti. So I'm newly married for about 2 months now. Because it 2 months, like a month and 2 weeks, because it's going to be 2 months on the 13th of next month. So that's like a month and 2 weeks plus. So I moved from Ibadan to Ado Ekiti. So getting here, a lot of things are different. The way they sell stuff are different, and a lot of things are really expensive. I will not lie. So they always sell meat per kg, per kilo. And the first time I came here, the first time I just moved here, it was 2,200 per kilo. And I was lamenting that, shall not be importing meat from Ibadan like this, you know. And now it is 2.5 per kilo. So in about a month, things have really changed. And I'm like, why are things this expensive? Not knowing that I will even see the one that is even worse. Yeah. So because I've been buying like per kilo and co pay, and I'm a business person, I'm a food person, I'm a food vendor, culinary coach and the likes. I'm like, I need to be looking for places where things are cheaper. So somebody suggested to go to that market called Ojaero, yeah, and I got there. So I'm going to like insert clips on the kind of the clips I took at the market today. I'm going to insert it in this video as I. Hi guys, so I'm in this market they call Ojaero, meaning that they kill cow, that they sell meat. So I think people that sell in the main markets, this is where they buy it from. So there's a lot different people selling meat. This new year must be sweet. Please remember to use your face mask wherever you go to, because Uncle Koro is still in town. So when I got there, it was my first time getting to the market. So, you know, a lot of people will approach you, Auntie Ebamira. For those that don't understand Yoruba, like, Auntie, come and buy from me. So I followed a particular guy. So when I got to the stand, I met 2 ladies there. They came together. And I told him that it was like, how much meat do I want to buy? When I left my house, I was planning to buy 5k meat, because I want to make small chops tomorrow and the likes. And I was like, okay, let me just buy 5k meat to pay. Boya, it's gonna be plenty. So I told him that I'm new here, so I want to see how others are buying theirs before I buy my own, you know. And I was like, okay, because so I was a minute over. Ṣé 7 kilo wá nìyẹn? Ọ̀gá.
Ó yá kí lẹ sọ kí bá yín get down. Ó sọ wá rọ̀ kí ọjà mi sì pọ̀ ọjà wá ní. irọ́ ẹ máa tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ máa tó mo lè ṣe fún yín torí mo ti tajà fún yéèjì torí méjì mo bí ọkùnrin kan obìnrin kan láti wọn èmi Àlàbá ni mí mo tó bí ìbejì.
ṣe
Táyé Káyìndé ní àwọn àbúrò mi Táyé Káyìndé kan ni wọn.
àwọn sáwọn náà fẹ́ àwọn méjèèjì jẹra wọn.
láti wọn lè táyé lè mọ̀ pé.
sáwọn làbúrò yà báwọn lẹ́gbọ́n yín.
àwọn àbúrò mi ni wọn.
Àlàbá dẹ̀ lẹ́yìn.
Àlàbá tó lè mi mo tó ní ìbejì.
mọ́mí yín try gan-an ìbejì níwájú ìbejì lẹ́yìn. bá kẹ́ gbàdúrà fún mi torí èmi gan fẹ́ bí.
ẹ̀yin náà fẹ́ bí ìbejì àwọn ẹjẹ́ mọ́ fọ ẹjẹ́ kan méjèèjì ọ̀pá yín lọ ẹ ti mọ́ bọ̀ yín lọ́wọ́ ẹ máa tó fẹ́.
Looking at them. The first person bought 16k worth of meat. I'm like 16k. It was plenty, but I felt like it shouldn't be that small for 16,000. And I'm like, how will I buy 16k meat and I'm not doing naming ceremony? So I was looking over this thing, laughing, but I was really observing how they were doing their things, yeah. And the other person now bought her own 9,000. And 9,000 looked so small. I was like, wait, though, will I even have the face to call the 5k meat that I want to buy when people are buying 9k and it's small? And then the market is like not too far, but far away from town, you know. So I took transport to get there. How will I now buy meat that will not pay me? So eventually, I told him that I'm watching. So I was watching. I was like, no, there's something wrong how these people are doing their thing. So when it was my turn, so the thing is that the scale they also use in the general market, these people use it there too. So it depends on the one that you want. So if you want to buy it per kg, per kilo, they still said it is 2.5 even there. But if you want to like take a large chunk of meat and price it, they allow you. So I was like, my mommy has taught me how to price things, but there's some things that I don't really have expertise when it comes to pricing. Now, one is meat, because you cannot be too sure. You cannot be like, and those people, they know how they do their things. So even when the person that bought 16k meat finished buying, the guy was even swearing, like he put a knife in his teeth and was swearing by the god of iron, saying that he didn't make more than 500 naira on the meat that the 16k and 9k person bought. I'm like, oh, possible, I lie. So I told him that okay, it was my turn. I said, yeah, cut this particular chunk of meat for me. The guy cut it. I said, how much? So I wanted to test the negotiation skills I have now. The guy says 16k. I'm like, it's like there's something wrong with 16k in this market. I'm like, 16k, bow. I told you I'm not doing birthday. I'm not doing Mimi. I'm just crossing over to 2022. And I'm even looking for the money to use to cross over. So what am I using 16k meat for? So I told him that, you know what? Oh yeah, measure it. Let me even see it on the scale. And thank God for the Holy Spirit inside of me that said I should ask him to actually do. So I told him to put it on the scale and let me even see how many kilos it is. Lo and behold, I realized that these people were doing some kind of mago with their scale. So I'm going to use, I have a scale here, weighing scale here that I bought, that I have in my house. And I was not sure if I brought it to my husband's house. I'm thankful that I brought it. I'm going to show you how these people do their things. Because a lot of times, you don't know that they actually cheat you. So normally, a scale, the line is supposed to be on 0, right? With the bowl that they use on it. But what they do is that they will put your meat or whatever you are buying. Even people that do chicken and fish do the same thing. They'll put everything in the bowl and just put it on the scale. So you won't say put bowl first, let me look at what is there, then put scale after, or put the meat after, or the fish or whatever you're buying. So I realized that the bowl that this guy used with my meat was a big bowl that weighed so much. So when I told him that, okay, wait, remove this meat, put just the bowl, I realized that the bowl itself was weighing almost half a kilo. So apparently, the meat, when he put it with the bowl, was about 4 kg, you know. And I said, wait, let me see. And I realized that the line was already on 0. And then he put the bowl, and the bowl was like half a kilo before he now put my meat. And I said, no, I said there, 0, yeah, if he can see. So, and I made sure to tell him that he should put the bowl on the scale and then set it at 0, because with the bowl or whatever they are using to measure it, it's supposed to be at 0. And then they put my meat, people of God, my meat was 3.5 kg. In actual sense, if you say that a kg is 2,500 naira, 3 kg is what 7.5 plus 1,250 So actually that meat with the kg is supposed to be 8,750. Let's not forget that if not because I cut the scope of him using a very big bowl with the meat, I would have paid 4 kg. That's like 10k, you know. That's one. Secondly, why will you call a meat of 8,750 for me for 16,000? The Holy Spirit in me, even if I say I want to price zest or the price zest, would have been maybe 10k. And in my heart, I'll even be thinking that I cheated the person, not knowing that the meat gone with kg price, which is even more expensive, because every time I buy meat in kilo, I'm always like, God, oh, Ibadan. Like, in my Ibadan, sorry, oh, I don't Ekiti people. In my Ibadan, you can say, buy cut meat 1,000 for me. Unlike these people will not cut it for you, but it will not even pay you at all. The day I tried it, maybe like 6 or 5 pieces, small pieces, 1,000. Do you get? So, I'm like, hey, meeting more graduate from Obafemi Awolowo University. You want to be cheating me with scale. You want to be cheating me with bowl. You want to be cheating me with kojo. It's not possible. So I'm going to use a scale. Okay, yeah, so this is my weighing scale. People of God, please forgive me in advance. My video might not be as perfect as the correct experienced YouTubers, but I'm sure that it's going to be useful for you. So this is the scale and this is the line on 0. So this line is already on 0. So any bowl that you put on it already has its weight. So this is the bowl that normally comes with a weighing scale. This is it here. So this is it already. It is on 0. Can you see? Sorry, it has passed 0. Let me try and zoom. It has passed 0, meaning that this scale weighs 0.3 or whatever, because this is 1. How do they even use it? Okay, this is 1 kg. So this is 0.5 kg. So this is like 0.2 kg. The bowl itself weighs like 0.2 kg, yeah? Now, imagine them using a bowl as big as this. The guy used, let me zoom out. Really sorry. The guy used a bowl as big as this. I'm putting a hammer, inside, because the bowl was bigger than this and it weighed a lot. So I'm trying to like use the hammer to add some weight. So just imagine them putting this bowl. Can you see? Imagine them putting this bowl alone on the weighing scale. It's already 0.5 kg. Then what they now do is that they'll put the scale down. They'll put the bowl. Remember, this is not your, this is to add weight to the bowl. Let me even remove itself. So just imagine that this is the bowl. This bowl itself gonna weigh 0.1 kg or whatever. So just imagine that this is their weighing bowl or stuff, and the bowl weighs this much already. What they do is that they will leave the scale, they will leave the weighing scale, they will leave this mark at 0. So you think that it's normal, it's supposed to start by 0. Then they will add your meat. I'm adding, this is meat, this is meat. Let's imagine that these remotes are also your meat and everything. And then they put it on the scale. Can you see? So all of that is almost a kg. So they just tell you that 1 kg new or almost 1 kg new, and you're going to pay for it. Not knowing that, let's remove the meat gun that we are buying. We have removed the meat gun that we bought. The bowl itself is 0.5 kg. I don't know if you understand. So what they should do is this. Instead of starting from 0, this scale is supposed to start from before 0. So you're supposed to have the bowl or whatever they're using to weigh on the scale and then set it to 0. Meaning that the bowl plus the setting plus the everything is supposed to start from 0. Now it's on 0. So if I now had my meat, I had my fish, I had my chicken, what else can I add? I had my everything, What I'm buying is just about 0.5 kg. So if you're not careful, they just scam you. So please don't be a victim of being scammed by all of these people. I even went ahead to I bought flour, baking flour somewhere, and I told them, because they already weighed it and they say it's already 1 kg that is in there. I said, no, put it on the scale. Put it on the scale. I went to buy chicken to put it on the scale, because you people, that's how you just say 1 kg ni, 1 kg ni, and not knowing that you are using beziab, how they call this thing, beziab, big bowl, to measure meat for us, yeah? So that's the explanation. So honestly, we'll be saying Nigeria is hard, Nigeria is bad. President Buhari did that. But truthfully, sometimes we're our own problem, because why will anybody just wake up one day and think of cheating other people? I think it is very bad. I think it's not something that we're supposed to even be doing to one another, knowing fully well that people are trying to, survive. People are trying to make ends meet. So why should we now start hyping? Is one, that you're going to hike the price of things. Secondly, you still want to cheat people. So somebody asked me on my WhatsApp story rather, when I shared my experience at the market today, she was like, what do you do when you try to tell them to use their skill well? Well, me, I'm gonna fight you, not fight like beating, but I will insist on it. So you can insist, tell them, let me see how you're using this skill. Because what some people also do is that the skill will be facing them. So they'll say 1 kg, you will not see it. And even when they now turn it to you, they could have quickly changed something. So if you're not really street smart, thank God for OAU blood in my brain. Thank God for the Holy Spirit. Thank God for experience. I would have just been a victim of paying 1,250 on my actual meat price without even that 1,250. We buy something now. We buy soup ingredients, we buy ogbono and the likes, So the person asked, what do you do when they don't want to listen to you? Just leave them. I'm sure that there's not only one person that is selling meat in your market. It's not only one person that is selling chicken. It's not only one person that is selling fish. So if you see that somebody is actually struggling to show you how they are weighing this thing, it means that the person wants to cheat you. So don't stick around with somebody that wants to cheat you already. Somebody already has planned to cheat you. Don't stick around. Leave them and be going. If they say, Auntie Ma boy, leave them. Don't mind them, because sometimes we might not even be smarter than these people, because they've been selling their meat and their fish and their chicken for years. So we might not really get everything like they do it, but at least these little things, I think it's important that we know them, so that we don't end up paying. I can't even imagine them using a very large bowl that weighs 0.5 kg to now start measuring what you are buying. So somebody also told me on my WhatsApp that she could relate now, because she remembered buying a kilo of chicken some time ago, and then when she now took it home, she was like, this chicken weighs more than it's supposed to actually weigh. It's not the chicken that is weighing, it's the bowl, or it's the scale that has been tweaked or changed, or whatever English that is. So I hope this really helps. If it does, please share. I'm really trying to post this, so I'll try to post before the new year. But anytime you see it, please like, subscribe, share if you found it useful. And it's not just for New Year meat or Christmas meat or whatever meat. You're always going to buy meat, yeah? You're always going to buy meat, you're always going to buy fish, either in January, February, March, or next year, December, anytime. But please have this knowledge. Don't do. Sometimes some people used to be too shy to price. Please don't be too shy to price. Don't be too shy to price. There's some things that I leave. Maybe, for example, I want to buy pepper, and maybe 15 naira difference or 100 naira. Okay, let me even dash this person. Like where I bought turkey today as well. Somewhere last time I bought turkey was 2.4 per kg. So when I now got to this mama, she's an elderly woman. So she said, it's 2.4 older, but I can take it for 2.3. So I now realize something else today, that these people that bring frozen turkey and frozen chicken in, it depends on how much they buy the carton, then they resell. So when I wanted to buy turkey and chicken, so the woman said she has just turkey, so she said I can take it for 2.3. So in my own mind, I was thinking that mama is already nice. So when I said let me go and buy chicken, the person that I bought chicken from also sells turkey. That one now said turkey is 2.1, chicken is 2.2. I was like, how is chicken now expensive than turkey? I said, the quality that they saw is now Kenny 1,000, blah blah blah. So apparently turkey as at today was 2.1, but this grandma sold it for me at 2.3. Well, I left that because in my mind I thought that turkey had a standard price. So that's another lesson. Sometimes frozen foods don't have a strict price. It could depend on how much they brought it in or whatever like that. So don't be too shy to price. If they cost something for you 2.5, except if it's like a supermarket or whatever, that's why sometimes I don't like going to ShopRite and all those places, because I believe that you cannot price, and some of these things are like overpriced. Yeah, so don't be too shy to price, because saving money can go a long way. But if you see that it's something like 1,500 naira or whatever, and you just want to dash the person, I prefer to dash you money now for you to try to cheat me. I hope we get the difference. I'm not against you dashing a food vendor or a market person extra money is a good thing. Please do if you can, but not that the person now wants to cheat you by trying to change the price or change the way they do things, or trying to, all of those mago ways. That one me o leg back. So if we are going to fight ourselves, let's fight ourselves and ensure that justice is served. So hashtag justice for meat buyers and whatever in Nigeria. So thank you guys. I know I've said thank you before and I've said bye bye, so now official bye bye. Please subscribe, please. I'm already in that league of telling people to please subscribe. I promise you a lot of exciting, knowledgeable tips and videos. I'm actually cooking a lot of things. The next video you're going to see from me is either the video of how I made my wedding bouquet from 4 different bouquets I had cut at different weddings, or a video on honeymoon starter pack. So watch out. Thank you. Bye. Back from the market. Don't mind what my leg looks like. So I just wanted to add, when you're going to the market, especially if it's not a supermarket, like major market or please wear footwears that cover your toes. This is because all these markets have a lot of things on the floor, so that you don't eat your leg on woods, metals, even nails, or even squashy stuff. So I don't advise you wear a flat shoe or an actual shoe, because those things are expensive and you should not go and step inside water. A Crocs is good. It protects your toe. It's made of rubber, so you can enter any weather, dust, whatever. And when you come back, you just wash it. So yeah, I hope this helps so that your beautiful toes are safe and sound.